Am I the a-hole for asking my sister why not ask why she and her husband are such bad parents to their oldest instead of calling him a demon, devil child? My sister, 42F, and her husband, 44M, struggled with secondary infertility after the birth of their first son, Kian. 7. My sister wanted a second right away and had thought she'd have them about a year apart, but that didn't happen, and it didn't happen the next year either or the year after that. They still focused on Kian, but they had a desperation to have another child that sometimes made it seem like Kian would potentially be shoved aside if another baby did come along. Kian was a great baby and toddler, and they had it so easy with him. They even said it was a good thing because it gave them more chances to plan for another baby and try to make their family grow. Nothing changed when he started school either. Still a really great kid. As an only child at the time, he did get time and attention that he loved. And then my sister got pregnant with her second son, Ryan. 6 months. Pretty much overnight, Kian was brushed aside so they could celebrate having another baby and having their dream come true. They no longer spent the same time with Kian, and in almost every conversation they talked about having another child. Ask about Kian and they'd answer, but quickly move to the topic of the new child. Then Ryan was born, and it became 100% about him. Kian was definitely forgotten by my sister and her husband. Family members mentioned they should be careful that Kian doesn't feel left out, and some mentioned that they appear to have stopped all attention to Kian and said it wasn't healthy. It reached the point that neither knew what Kian was doing, where he was when asked, could say how he was doing in school, and they didn't even notice he was sick. Kian called my dad, and he went to my sister and Bil's house and told them, and then they had my dad take Kian to see a doctor because they wanted to stay with Ryan. There was another incident where they had promised to show up for an award he was getting at school, and neither went. They also didn't tell the family so someone could show up for him. Kian's behavior changed drastically in the last 6 months. He's angry and acting out a lot. The latest incident had him break all Ryan's toys and tear up all the photos of Ryan, and that included scanned photos from the pregnancy. He also tore up the baby book my sister started for Ryan. Apparently, he was screaming about how much he hates Ryan. My sister is now talking about Kian like he's evil. She's called him a demon child and a devil child repeatedly and complains to everyone about him. When she said it to me and said he was the worst kid she ever knew and why did he have to be that way, I asked why she was asking that and not why she and her husband were such bad parents to him. I said kids don't change behavior that badly for no reason, and they have been told before they've ignored him too much since she got pregnant with Ryan. My sister said I have no idea what she's been through, and how dare I judge her? Am I the a-hole? Am I the a-hole for stepping up when my little sister got her period? So I 14F and my little sister 12 have never been close. Classic sibling relationship. My mom and dad recently divorced and now my mom works a lot. Size than me and my sister, let's call her Ally, grew closer. We started talking more and hanging out and have a real relationship. So last night around 8 p.m. Ally comes into my room in tears. I could instantly tell something was off, so I asked and she said, I think I started period. I comforted and told her it was going to be all right and all that jazz. I show her how to use a pad and after that I got us some hot cocoa and sat on the couch to explain all of my big sister knowledge about periods and stuff. I didn't go into full detail because I wanted to respect my mom, but I didn't want Ally to feel clueless. After that I DoorDashed us some Taco Bell and we watched cheesy Hallmark movies. My mom got home around 10 and I told her what happened and she went crazy. She said I was overstepping and I should have called her and not have told Ally anything, but just gave her a pad. She said I was ignoring her feelings and being ignorant, and that it was her job as a mother to explain everything to Ally. I tried to tell her I only said the basics, but she just sent me to my room. I feel awful, and now I'm wondering, am I the a-hole?